I don't know what that random icon was. I like I popped out my chat for Clock app, and now I have this random something. So I don't know what that is. Um, I'll I'll get Mr. Heather on it. Like, can y'all tell I haven't been in my studio since Friday? Okay, so I think I want some more like leaves, some more leafy leaves up in here. I don't have a lot of green left though. It's kind of a bummer. Do I have any more of that weird color left? No, doesn't look like it. Okay. Well, wah wah. I hope everybody had a good weekend. I went to a gallery opening. First gallery opening that I've gone to really in a long while. And I think I had fun. I'm pretty sure I had fun. And I say that because the crowd did not match like the lightheartedness of the work. And that was very weird. Like they were very, very stuffy, but the work was like happy bunnies and butterflies and apparently it was a really famous artist. I am not as familiar with post or no neo expressionism. So let me find the name because it was really cool. And I was like, oh my gosh, this guy paints bunnies and he's a serious artist. And oh, holy cow, his name is Hunt Slonim. I will put a link to his site and all the chats for those who are interested. Um, but it was real cool. And it was kind of annoying because the artist wasn't there because obviously he's like so super famous. He doesn't need to like come to a tiny one night only gallery opening in like Palm Desert. But okay, YouTube did not let me send the link. So well, my bad. But here, I'll put his name then. Hunt Sloan. And he's like his height of his career really was like in the 70s ish. So he's older now, but he looks like a very cool person. His studio is, as I'd expect, full of paint and brushes. And it's kind of cool because the frames that he puts his work in, he like salvages. So he's not like going out and like buying new frames. These are the frames have like a history and a story. He also did a collaboration with one Chihuly, and there are very, very cute glass bunnies. And like, if I was a Richie Rich person, I would definitely spend 7,000 dollops on a Hunt Sloan piece because I love bunnies. They're adorable. And it's been a while since I've been like kind of influenced by contemporary art. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Um, and it made me feel less like I have to make actually where's that super dark color I had? It makes me feel less like I have to make super serious art to be taken seriously like as a fine artist. Now, I mean, maybe you have to be a man to earn the privilege of just making whatever you want. But I don't know. That is pretty cool. So again, if anyone is interested, his name is Hunt Slonim. And here I'll put the name in all the chats too. And I saw one of the pieces did sell. And I was like, listen, my brain was not even registering those numbers as an amount of money. Like, because I thought it was 7,000 and then the smaller pieces were 2,700. No, the small pieces were 7,000 and the big pieces were 27,000. And I was like, oh, hence the stuffiness of the crowd. Like, I think I was one of the only like people that was obviously an artist there. So I mean, besides the photographer who made a pretty funny joke because okay, so first off, the artist was not there. It was like his representation, like talking about how they felt about the art. And like as me and Mr. Heather walked in, like the person that was greeting the lady is like, oh, you guys are just in time for the talk. And we were thinking, oh, sweet. So we're gonna like see the artist, like talk about it. No. No. There was a lot of like, you know, when art historians talk about like what they think the artist had in mind and how like it was basically his it seemed like his biggest like patron, the like person that funds all of his like work and things, talking about the projects and like glimpses that they have gotten into the artist's process. I mean, which is fine, but it very much like gave the air of we've paid a lot of money to have this work produced, and now we need you all rich fuddy-duddies to open up your wallets and buy this artwork. Like, we need y'all to get out your Mickey Mouse bucks and make some purchases. And what's also funny is that it was open bar, you know, like gallery openings and things tend to be. So, I mean, people are drinking, they're looking at the bunnies, they're having a good time. And then this talk starts, and my husband and I are like getting drinks, and we hear like all this shushing going on, like, shh, shh, like, they're trying to talk about that, shh. Like, don't serve libations then. Like, you know what happens when you serve drinky drinks in a public space where people are encouraged to talk. Like, there's gonna be talking. Chill out. Like, y'all are real fun at a party. Shh. Like, I do not care what the salesperson has to say about this work. Like, they're trying to sell things. And I'm kind of jelly because I'm like allergy-rific right now, so I can't really smell anything. And Mr. Heather was like, oh, it's been a while since I've smelled oil paint. I was like, you can smell it? Like, I want to smell the linseed oil. So I was highly jelly. Like, and I know it probably smelled awesome and like fresh. This was like a debut of this artist's like newest work. So, I mean, hence, I guess the one night only, but, and yeah, I feel like maybe I should have taken some pictures, but I wasn't sure if it was allowed. Like, I wasn't really trying to get kicked out. like on the front page of the El Paseo News, like rowdy patron gets kicked out of Hunt Slonim exhibition for taking pictures with the bunnies, like selfies for the gram. Selfies for the gram. But it was very fun. I forgot that at openings like this, they definitely give you very large glasses of beverage. Like, I feel like I just had a comically sized glass of rosé. I was like, who is drinking all this? If I drink this, I will be on the floor. The weather is so ugly, but this is absolutely beautiful. You've done a lot. Oh, thank you. Hey, Suki Bean, welcome back. It's kind of gray here too. Like, my husband and I joke that I like that we're kind of in like Davy Jones' locker, but because the weather it doesn't really change. But I don't know. It gets gray here too. Yes, I try to remember everyone. So if I don't remember you, it's not my intent to be like, oh, I totally forgot about this person. But yeah. Amanda! If I was wealthy, I would be like Renaissance. Right! Like, if I was rolling in that like Medici money, I would have so much art. Like, oh, you feel so loved. Thank you for watching. Yes, we were just talking about the Medicis and I think in my printmaking class, because my teacher was saying how she had done like some commission work for a church. They wanted like some inspirational art, for their walls, whatever. And I was like, man, if you could get those organized religion books, they pay, man. Like, have you seen some of the churches? Like, they pay for art. We were like, yeah, Medici's, the church money, patrons of the arts, which is why I think it's so funny that the lady at the church I used to go to, and like, I don't go anymore. Okay. I think it's so funny that she tried to tell me not to be an artist because learning anatomy wasn't like proper and holy and da da da. And I just looked at her like, girl, have you seen the Sistine Chapel? Like, have you seen the artworks of the religion? Like, I think you need to read some more books and like preferably like a little more history. But yeah, I was just like, and I always, when I was little, reading art history, I was always like, man, if I lived in medieval times, I would totally like make cool sculptures for the church or whatever. Like Michelangelo. Like, does the check clear? What you want? Something pious but very brimstony? I got you. I got you. Also, she should not read Song of Solomon. There's a lot of books that she like, and that's on the Gospel of St. Thomas. Like, I just thought it was so weird that she was like, oh, you should really question like why you want. And I couldn't explain to her that like, dude, the models aren't hot. Like, it's not an ew. Like, is that because that's what you would be feeling? Because I feel like you're telling on yourself a little bit. If you're watching on the Twitch app, we're going to go to ad break in about 25 seconds. But for those who are on the Clock app, YouTube's elsewhere, or have Twitch Turbo because you're fancy, or subscribe to my channel, don't worry about it because you do not have to watch those. Though I don't know, I get influenced by internet commercials because of course it's like tailored to me, right? So I'm like, "Ooh, yes. That is a really cute crochet hook." Like, let me bookmark that for later. Like advertising works, y'all. Like it works. Right? Did she not realize the person she's worshiping was based off artwork that is a non-actual? Right. Like, and I don't know if this is true. Look it up. Like, don't quote me on this, but I feel like the story of how we got that picture of Jesus Christos came from a joke that the artist made. And it was actually a portrait of his significant other. And I, but look it up. Okay. I'm gonna say that this is like an urban legend that I heard about that particular depiction. Though I will say, as far as like favorite like churchy artwork goes, um, the sculptures at the Vatican, like like, how are you sculpting a sheer veil? And we feel that it's sheer. Like I feel like people don't sculpt like that anymore. Maybe they do, but some of those pieces are just like, holy cow, how did you even manage this? Because what? I can't. Hey, Mr. Gurr. Happy Monday. What I want to do is just like call this finished today. Like, I would like to be done with it. We're talking about artwork and the church and Medici bucks and how like cush of a job it probably was to just be like bankrolled by the church in the medieval times, like the Renaissance times. I mean, yeah, I guess they didn't have as much technology as we do now, so making art was more difficult. But I mean, if that's all you had to do was like make a really like dope statue that they just pay you. Right? Like, have y'all looked at the paintings of cats in the Renaissance? Like Harlem High, Reddit, and everyone's faces were pointy, right? And like, if you commissioned a portrait, it was more like depending on how much you paid, like certain artists, they would just paint themselves. Like kept artists, yes. Like my younger fine artist dream was to be a kept artist. I was like 11. I'm like, yes, I'll totally like, I'll go live in a monastery in Italy and I'll eat all the pasta and paint all the pictures and they'll pay me Mickey Mouse bucks. That's why they're revisiting the Totems. I mean, like we got some pretty horrifying looking animals coming out of that era. Like, can we talk about lions? Like, I find the lions quite offensive. They offend my sensibilities. Where did that little fluff go? Did help? Oh no, found it. I was like, also the taxidermy of the please. I can't. Those were the days. Okay. I feel like I'm ready to get into like a new K drama. Like I'm low key like watching a few, but none of them have really like sucked me into them. So I'm like, what can I watch? And also, I can't decide if I want to watch like a period drama or like modern day. I don't know. I'm about to just rewatch Boys Over Flowers and call it a day. Like, I love that 90% of Christian imagery of the underworld comes from what? Right? What story? They were like, you know what? Yup, that sounds totally accurate. That's canon. It's canonical. That is canon, and there's nothing anybody can do about it. Like that's what happened. That's what it looks like. Dante's Inferno. Let's go. Seven gates. Yep. That sounds great. More circles. All the circles. Yeah, I think the imagery and the lore is interesting. I mean, it's a little creepy, but it's still interesting. A lot of sacrifices involved. Okay. I'm much happier with this now because that this is closer to what it looks like. I think I'm calling this done because there isn't really anything that I'm gonna do to improve it at this point. I think it runs the risk of being overworked. So I'm gonna, I mean, can you all see the blue in the grass? It looks a lot cooler close up. I think that. Well, it's fine. It's fine. Have you seen the hyper realistic felt paintings? I've seen some. Like, I mean, more power to them. Hey, Monica, watching on the U of Tubes. Happy Monday. Um, yeah, I've seen some cool things. I think this got muddy though, and I want it to be more yellow. Yeah, the next one of these I make is definitely going to be Studio Ghibli. And we're not going to be going for like plein air painting style. This was purely for the final. Um, and if you don't follow the directions, you don't get a good grade. Ooh, pointillism sounds cool. I will look that up later. Because that sounds real cool. I'm just going to pull that off. Because it doesn't need to be like in the lemon. Okay, there we go. Hiya! Cool. So that's one final done. Like, cool. Done with this. And good thing too, because I'm tired and felt is I mean, I like it, but that was a lot of effort. And like, I didn't really get to pick like the assignment. So it's better when I get to choose. I thought I had more of these little baggies. What even? Oh, wait. Here's another. But that doesn't solve the problem of I have like 1,000 of these little felt poofs out. Oh, there's another one. Okay. Cool. And now I can move on to embroidery and not feel like there's things I haven't finished. Everything. Okay, I'll organize those later. She said last words, Zingli. Okay. Ah, what? Is this my shadow color? Oh, there's another felt. Oh, and my teeny, teeny, tiny crochet hook. Okay. Where even was I? Oh, okay. I'm doing highlight here, which it's not really that easy to see, which probably means I need more contrast. I can worry about that later. That's a problem for like, I don't know, 3 days from now. It all looks like cotton candy. Yes. The greens were fun to work with. Not tackle woodworking. No, that is Mr. Heather's domain. And yeah, I'm allergic to sawdust and power tools. But I do pester him every once and again, like, babe, I need a shelf. Can we use some of the wood in the shop to build a shelf? And by we, I mean him. Like, we need a shelf for the kitchen. Oh, thank you. Thanks for tuning in on the U of Tubes. Ah, well, good night. I always forget that, like, y'all are just everywhere. Like, just all over the place. We're worldwide, like Candy Burris. I'm going through like Real Housewives of like any franchise withdrawals because we like got rid of our live TV because it was just getting so expensive for like the two things that I watch. So like, how else can I watch this? Like, can I get the Bravo app or something? Like, all I want to do is watch the reunions. Like, I'm just here for the tea. Like, there needs to be a Real Housewives tea edition with all the relevant clips that they're going to bring up at the reunion, and then all 4 reunion episodes. Actually, quite allergic to certain ones. Yeah, it was a cabinet. See, that's what we do. Like, we are allergic to all the things, but our jobs involve the things. I mean, I'm allergic to cinnamon. Will I stop eating coffee cake? Never. Never. I just did it this weekend. Did I sneeze for 2 days after? Yes. That's my business. That is my business. Don't worry about it. Speaking of which, for the old tacos, my bestie just messaged me this morning that Fushigi Yugi is celebrating its like I didn't even register the amount of years anniversary because I refuse to believe I'm that old. I was like, man, we're and she only knows because her sister is going to the exhibition. And I was like, you know what? You could have left the years. You could have left that out of it. Just say it's a milestone. Don't make me feel old. Like it's so rude. This is not taking as long as I thought, but it's definitely not as fast as I thought it would be either. Like I had an anxiety dream that I didn't finish it. I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna fail. And I'm just gonna use up this thread. Working some longer stitches. Maybe. There we go. Oops. Whoa. That was almost my finger. Almost. Before you ask, I do have a thimble. Yes, 80s babies. 1985. That's me. You love that anime. Now you're allergic to chocolate and still eat it, Mr. Gray. Please. Okay, so good to know. We're all super bad about our allergies. I am highly lactose intolerant. That did not stop me from buying a French style cheesecake from Walmart and eating a good quarter of it. And yes, I did have a tummy ache. No regrets. And I had an accomplice because Mr. Heather had some too. Oh my god. But I will say that was too much cheesecake. Like that was it was way too much. Symbols are for pushing, not protection. Thank you. Like I'm gonna start saying that to people because I poke myself all the time. People are like, "Man, why don't you have a thimble?" Like, first off, I need to be able to feel what I'm doing. Um, Second, though, this one does protect me from getting poked under here quite a bit. Does Mr. Other tell you? No, he knows he can't tell me anything. Like, he knows. I'll order the cinnamon coffee cake and he'll be like, babe. And I'll be like, what? And then we both eat it. Like, do you have something to say about it? No, Amanda, not cherries. I'm allergic to cherries too. I found out that when you eat things, it's not supposed to taste like it's carbonated if it is not specifically carbonated. Like I said this to my allergist, and he was like, if, girl, stop eating making those? And I was like, I just thought that they were fizzy. And he's like, what do you mean fizzy? I'm like, you know how sometimes you eat fruit and it's like fizzy tasting? Like, and he was like, no, no, that's not a thing. Please stop doing that. And I was like, oh, all right, my bad. Okay, so I want my shadow color. Maybe I'll just use one little stringy dingy. I also believe that we are on a commercial break on Twitch right now. Unless you're subscribed or have Twitch Turbo. Okay, that was a terrible idea. But if I use two, it's going to be too heavy. I mean, it's not going to be anything if I can't get them separated. I also made some extremely disappointing pancakes yesterday. Like, you ever make something and it turns out terrible and it like so much so that it offends you? Like that was what happened. Because contrary to popular belief, making a good pancake is really hard. There's like science involved, chemistry even. I wish I had not done this because now, well, I guess we're gonna sit here and try to untangle this little thread. Because why are you twisted like this? Okay, there we go. I got it. Sort of. Oh no. Terrible. I need there to be a new season of Alchemy of Souls. Like, it seemed like they were going to do more episodes, but maybe not. Did it resolve at the end? Is it done? Did I miss that? I mean, it's totally possible that I did. Like, I'm not paying that good of attention. Should I come at this from the other side? We'll do that. Not all the allergies. Not the spicy kiwis. Oh no. I do not need to be tempted with more ways to like make my body ingest cinnamon. Like, I make an exception for coffee cake because it's delicious, and how are you going to deny me that? Um, but other things like I used to cook a lot with garam masala, but this last time that I did it, I had like a super sneezy, itchy reaction, and I was like, maybe that was a lot of cinnamon, and because like when I opened the bottle, my eyes were like watering, and I was like, oh no, this might not be great. Um, but I am stubborn, and I did it anyway. Because don't tell me what to do. Um, and yeah, I sneezed for quite a while. Which like should have been the indicator that like, hey, this is over your threshold of cinnamon. Maybe don't eat this. But no, that's not how I roll. Cool. So this is just gonna stay tangled. Love it. Oh, Maybe we'll just carefully untwist it. Embroidery floss is the most annoying thing on the planet. I said what I said. And at this point, I might just use one thread. We'll see. I also might just cut it. Like, we're so close to the end. Like, we'll just cut it. Because why? Half of today's broadcast is going to be me detangling embroidery floss. This seems to be knotted. Okay, we'll just boop. There. Now, the question is, I think I am still just going to use one thread though. Maybe. Yeah. There we go. And what's worse is I was thinking about eating cheesecake for breakfast. Like, did I learn my lesson? No. No, I did not. Will I ever? No, absolutely not. No lessons will be learned. We will continue to eat cheesecake like it's an episode of the Golden Girls. Because it's delicious. Okay. We'll just do a tiny bit of shadow. I was not paying attention to the time. Because this is my early class day, so my schedule definitely matters. Okay, we have a little bit of time left. Okay, so I need to look at my reference photo. Hold, please. Eh. Okay, so I'm going to end up putting just like little lines of shadow, you know, here and maybe there. So, well, all right, we got this. We got this. Whoops. Help. My phone is so annoying. Bleep. All right. Start at the top then. But what I don't want to do is get caught up in any of these knots. So okay. And just use single strand of embroidery floss. See, and even that is like, that's pretty dark. So I think that one strand, ouch. I think one strand was good. And eventually, when I finish all these Fiber Arts finals, we'll go back to my Gigi embroidery, Kiki's delivery service. Oops. I was about to say, I wonder if the puzzle piece is being sketchy on the clock app because I don't have that screen up anymore. I've just got the chat. Uh-oh. Okay. Saved it. Yeah, this is normally around the time the puzzle piece wants to be crazy. Just missed the knots. That's definitely one. Try to avoid that. Whoa. That's all right. Eh. Yeah, getting close. Hey, Mossgrove. Happy Monday. Working on my embroidery final. Hee hee. Huzzah for adulting. Ooh, your lawnmower just got fixed and returned. Yay! Now you can be a responsible adult. Ugh, our HOA is so hyper about the lawn. And I can't take the little notices seriously because they basically send you like a demerit. It's like, you need to fix this problem and send this like little nastygram back to us. Like, did you fix it? Checkbox. Yes, no. Checkbox. like, yeah. I'll get right on that. And I know it's my annoying next door neighbor complaining. I don't have anything better to do. Like, please mind the business that pays you. It sounded like something fell off my desk, but I'm not sure what. Ooh, you're gonna farm your backyard. Okay, that sounds fun. What are you gonna grow? I always like aspire to have a little backyard vegetable garden, but like my brain hamsters, I know will not like, I'm not gonna remember to look back there to be like, oh shoot, how are the tomatoes doing? Ooh, I could watch King Eternal Monarch again. That was fun. Time traveling body snatchers. Peppers and zucchini are a must. Ooh, yeah. We'll have to like fence them in because bunnies are notorious. If you have a veggie garden, they're definitely going to eat it. They'll just be like laying in your cabbages, like eating them. Like, this is a quality harvest you're growing here. Thanks for the free snack. Got chicken wire defense in your garden? Yeah. Good idea. Keeps out the critters. I was watching someone who had a backyard farm, like, and they found all these little caterpillars on their tomatoes, and they were like, oh, heck no. And then, like, threw them to their chickens, and the chickens ate them. So, you could always get chickens to exact your vengeance on vegetable predators, caterpillars. And this needle is really short. Well, at least I can start on a new section of this during class. Yes. Which hopefully will leave me plenty of time to hand quilt my final piece. The final piece for my Fiber Arts finals, which is a little wall quilt. Ow! Hey. Okay. Yeah. Sure. Ooh, thinking quail. Oh, so cute. They produce eggs early and are fully mature faster than chickens. That's cool. Little quails. So cute. Okay, I think this is a good stopping point. And let's see, I need to have 5 different stitches in here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'll have a running stitch and French knots. So that's 6. Ha! I will absolutely fulfill the requirements of the final while also totally making what I wanted. Like, anywho, we are at the end of our cozy hour of crafting. Thank you all so much for hanging out. I hope your Monday is off to a good start. Thank you so much for spending a little bit of it with me. I am gonna get ready for class. Monday's always rough, right? Because like you had fun the whole weekend and now it's like back to business and you're like, oh, fine. So you plant native wildflowers for your front yard. Ooh, for butterflies and bees. We also did that. We planted some lavender and then also I think it's called Texas sage, but it's like a plant that grows out here and it's got really pretty purple flowers and like everything is coming in now and it's looking super cute. But Michigan goodbye. I gotta say it at least 3 times. Start a new story, send you home with a pie. Thank y'all so much for watching. The next live will be on Wednesday. We're gonna do some more cozy crafting and it will be at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard. Until then, I hope you have an awesome, well, slap sneeze, right? Well, I'm gonna head out. The Michigan whelp is like iconic at this point. Well, I'll see y'all later. But yeah, thank y'all so much for hanging out. I will see y'all Wednesday, again, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard, right here for more cozy crafting. So have an awesome rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching.